Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my series on American Girl doll books. I have a lot of them and I haven't read them in a while, and I thought this would be a fun way to reread them and to give me some motivation to reread them so I could do this series. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going through all of my American Girl doll books and reading them, and then maybe doing a little bit of a review, a little summary, and maybe how the book can maybe relate to either my life growing up, or maybe because I am a teacher, I see a lot of kids, maybe how it could relate to some of the kids nowadays too. So as you can see, we're starting off with Kaya, and she's the first one we are doing. She is a girl from 1764, and she is a Native American from the tribe of the Nez Perce. And I really enjoyed this book. I personally, so this is the book that came with the meat book. So it came with the doll when we got the doll, and so the outfit that she's wearing right there is her meat outfit, and it's just super. I really like reading this book personally because I actually am very small part of me, but is Native American. I'm from the Cherokee tribe, so a little different, but it's just kind of cool to read this, and they have some of their language in here, and then you can look in the back and kind of see what it means, but it also kind of tells in the book too. But that's just kind of cool to see that and have that language, just little things in that language. And then I also know a little bit about the Nez, well, not a lot, but I know a little bit about the Nez Perce because I actually grew up with an Appaloosa horse who looked similar to Kaya's horse, Steps High. So let's go ahead and get on into the book. So I'm going to start off by reading the back of the book. So it says, Kaya can't resist boasting about her beautiful spirited Appaloosa mare, Steps High. Kaya wants to be one of the best riders in the Nez Perce village, but her boasting leads to a dangerous bareback race. While Kaya is busy racing, her little twin brothers wander off into the woods. Kaya finds them, but must face the punishment. So must all her friends. Since one person's actions affects the safety of the whole village, Kaya's mistakes earn her a terrible nickname. Will she ever be able to lose it? So, in the first chapter, her family is visiting this tribe. They are this village. They're from another village, and this is where her grandparents are, her cousins, and her family on her dad's side, I believe. So she's not normally in this village. I think they visit annually, but so they know the village, but they're not always there. And I'm not sure if it says how far away this village is from their village either. So, but yeah, so they're visiting, and a little bit about her family. So she has her Tota, which is her father, her Itza, which is her mother, and then her older sister, Brown Deer, who is old enough to court, which she kind of talks about in the story as well. And then she has her little twin brothers, Wing Feather and Sparrow. Then I'm probably going to butcher these, just so y'all know, but she got her Kalutza, who is her grandpa, and her Alea, which is her grandmother, but those are on her dad's side. So they're called different than the ones who are on her mom's side. And then Speaking Rain is the blind girl who lives with her family. And she's also the girl that she left the twin brothers with when she was racing. And that the boys ran away from, and that's important in the story. And then she's got her horse Steps High, and then two important boys in the story are Raven, who is a boy who loves to race, and Foxtail, who is a bothersome boy who can be rude, as it says here. And they are the boys that are racing Kaya when her brothers go missing. So in the front of this book, it just has this cute little informative thing that I wanted to read for you. So it says Kaya and her family are Nimapu, which today is known as the Nez Perce Indians. They speak the Nez Perce language, so you'll see some Nez Perce words in this book. Kaya is short for the Nez Perce name Kaya Antomi, which means she who arranges rocks. You'll find the meanings and the pronunciations for these and other Nez Perce words in the glossary in the back. So I just thought that was cool that they put that there for that. So what I liked about this book is that Kaya's character is very outgoing, and she is trying to figure out how to be humble and not so sure of herself in a way, I guess. Her mom is always telling her that she needs to be like, she's always saying, how her horse is the fastest, how her horse is the best, and her mom's like, that's not how we should be acting, and we shouldn't be thinking so highly of your horse. Yes, she's beautiful, but you should be lucky, grateful, and that you have such a beautiful horse. And which is funny comparing it to nowadays. So the Nez Perce horses are still being bred and still being used today in the foundation breds of Appaloosas. I actually owned one who she wasn't direct. Well, she was. Yeah, she had the Nez Perce bloodlines in her lineage, but they were very far back in her pedigree. But they're still there, and the horses they bred were very strong, fast horses, and they were meant to survive. So they were also very smart. They were very smart and stubborn. So actually, a lot of people do not like the Nez Perce Native American horses because of that. Because these horses weren't just horses that, you go off and do dances on and jumps on, and these horses lived in the wild, and they needed to survive. They didn't have stalls to live in, right? They were just out in fields, and they didn't have fences, so they had to be very solid, tough horses. So people now have these beautiful horses, but they're very wimpy horses, and sometimes they can have issues with their bones, and they're not rideable. So they breed more for color now instead of for density and for toughness, which the Nez Perce, they bred for all that, for being tough, for surviving, for being able to go off hunting and being able to chase down things and not run out of energy. And the gorgeousness of the horse was just a plus. And like my trainer and I always talked about that with my Appaloosa, because she was a very pretty Appaloosa that I got from my uncle, but she wasn't like high grade. I guess she was pedigreed, but she wasn't she would never have won me like ribbons at a show or anything. So that's why the Nez Perce Native American Appaloosas are very important. Just for a little side note, because I like to show her off, this was my horse named River Song. She was beautiful. Appaloosa mare. That's one of her foals that she had. His name is Archer, and yeah, they are just super cute. So I thought I'd put them in here because we're talking about her. So yeah. But anyways, going back to Kaya's story, it also talks about her connection with Steps High, and I think it's important to kind of go back to that Native American thinking of connecting with your horse, because I feel like a lot of people nowadays buy horses and they just expect to connect with them right away, and it's like, you're my horse and you're gonna do what I tell you. But it's like Kaya kind of learns that where Steps High is young and she is riding her in this race, and then she ends up bucking off. Actually, Kaya ends up coming off, and I also had to learn this, and I'm still learning it with my other horse. I have a couple quarter horses now, and I've come off pretty hard recently, and I think it's important to it's really cool that American Girl could put this in a book where Kaya has this realization of, oh yeah, like, and her mom has said it too in the book, like, and dad, it's like, you need to have connection with your horse. You can't just expect her to do what you want, and she's a young horse. And so they like have this moment in the book where she goes off with Tota, and they go and just ride, and he's like, I'm going to teach you how to connect with your horse, because if you don't, like, you're not going to be able to be a good racer like he is. So I thought that was cool to do, but I don't want to give the whole book away, but that's just kind of little snippets of the book. And yeah, and as I've mentioned, this book is just special to me, and this doll, because I do have Native American in me. I look nothing Native American personally. It's like I'm like 1/64 or something like that, like way down the line. A great whatever grandma was full Native American Cherokee. So but yeah, I think it's cool to have her in my collection and have this book to, I know they're not the same tribe, but to think of, like, oh wow, this was what it was like to live as a Native American, somewhat, like, obviously not down to a T, because we don't know what it was like truly in 1764, but just have a little bit of insight into that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope it wasn't too long and boring and anything like that, but please comment if you have anything to say, or subscribe, or I've read this one, and then I've read the other 2 more, so there'll be a couple more coming out soon, and so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, thanks, bye.